Okay, so now we're recording. So developing silvers in your organization and the importance of that and the ramifications of developing or not developing silvers as you are in momentum and as you are recruiting and as you're working your business. And so Amy and I have been talking about this topic, and we wanted to hop on here and just really kind of flesh it out with you guys, because we believe it's one of the most fundamental principles of being a leader, one of the most basic things in just building a business within Plexus. And then also from just the compassion and empathy standpoint of the people that you're bringing into this business, it's a big deal to them too. And so we wanted to kind of walk through all of this with you guys tonight. So your ability to develop silvers is absolutely the first step in duplication. It is the most fundamental part of being a leader and developing a team that's duplicating underneath you. And so this silver development, a lot of times I think people think that it just kind of happens. Somebody signs up to your team, they decide to start building a business, they decide to share it with a couple of people, and they just go silver because they want to be a business builder. And honestly, that couldn't be further from the truth. When I first started this, literally every single person that I was signing up to our team, and Amy remembers this, I'm sure many of you guys remember it too, everybody was going silver. Everybody that signed up, wholesale or not, here for the business, definitely not here for the business, everybody was going silver. It was assumed that once you signed up, you were going to go silver. And that was just the way to get your products paid for. That was the smart way to do it. It's a great way to have accountability partners and success. And over the course of time, that's kind of dwindled down. And in fact, this is really embarrassing to say, and I told Amy, I was like, I don't even know if I want to share this with everybody. But I had John Farini, my business coach, run our silver numbers for our team to see, okay, how many people are we bringing in and how many people are we converting to that first rank of silver? And our very first, or our rate of doing that is 1.9%.
Oh.
So that made me just go, holy smokes. Okay, this is a big hole, and this is something that we have got to focus on, and we've got to work to build back silvers. Amy and I both have achieved Silver Star before, the corporate Silver Star, so not the team Silver Star that we do, but the corporate Silver Star, which means that we, in that month, had developed the most silvers in the entire company as a senior Ruby or below ambassador, or a Ruby or below ambassador. And so this used to be very, very commonplace on our team. And I think it's about culture and mindset, but more than anything, you guys, it's just about intentional activity and being cognizant of the fact that we need to get our people to silver. And so, like I said, it's culture, it's mindset, it's connection, it is support that you give your people coming in. That support gives them confidence that if they shared these products with somebody else, that they would be supported too. So giving your new ambassadors that you're bringing in the best possible experience, just from a support and caring and loving on them perspective, is going to encourage them to start sharing Plexus as well. But over the course of this call, we're just going to talk to you guys a little bit about the ins and outs of this, how we can improve our silver numbers, and how we can empower you guys to empower your teams to duplicate and to start adding more and more and developing more and more silvers. So I want you guys to sit back, and I want you to think about the power of three. We hear about the power of three all the time. You guys, I'm not going to go through a whole presentation about what the power of three is, but for those of you that are newer to the team, basically what the power of three is say this is you right here. You add 3 people to your team, and then each one of those 3 people, they add 3 people to their team. And then that keeps going and going and going and going. That's the power of 3. That is the power of duplication and developing silvers over and over and over again in your organization. Now, you can be a recruiting powerhouse and you can sign up 100 people, but if you're not getting those people to silver or those people adding people, your business is going to slowly go nowhere. because you are not bringing value to the people underneath you in the form of a check, in the form of an accountability partner, in the form of product success, in the form of that sort of support. Basically, you're building a organization of customers, which is great. But you guys, going silver isn't just for business builders. I know that that is a shock, but you guys, I was a wholesaler. Amy was a wholesaler. Both of us went silver right away. Amy, after about a 2-week pause, which I'll get to in a minute, but I went silver in my very first week as a wholesaler. And the reason was I signed up for the discount. I signed up because I didn't want to pay full price for these products. And as a wholesaler, that's the main reason why your wholesalers are signing up. Right? I had no intent of making this a business at all. But what happened was I signed up. I wanted to get my products paid for. Jamie told me that the fastest way to do that was to go silver. So I decided, you know what? I know 3 people in this business. I know in life that would want these products, that would want to take these products, could benefit from these products. Sure enough, I signed them up right away because I was excited and I was loving my products and I wanted to talk about them. The quicker that you guys talk to people about that aspect of it, of getting their products paid for and of helping them not have to pay as much for their products in their Plexus journey, the better off. They're going to go silver right away. If you wait 6 months in to start talking to them about it, the chances that they're going to actually go silver and start sharing about it are much more diminished. So you want to talk to them about it up front. And Amy will get to that more here in a little bit. But I want to talk to you guys right now a little bit about what a solid foundation of silver does. What does a solid foundation of silver mean for you and for your team? The more silver ambassadors that you develop on your level 1 and you develop on your levels 1 through 3, the more retention that you're going to have. Our biggest goal every single month is to help our ambassadors get the best possible success story on both the products as well as a paycheck. And helping them get 500 PV and helping them get to silver is going to do a couple different things. It's going to help them feel more connected to this business. It's going to bring them that check, and it's going to bring them accountability partners. They are not going to want to leave this business, and they have something to lose now, right? They have something that if they just walk away, they just invited their best friend, their mom, their sister to join them in this. And it's easier to walk away when you don't have anything like that. And it's easier to quit a diet plan, a meal plan, whatever it is. It's easier to quit when you don't have somebody doing it with you that is kind of responsible. You're responsible for each other's success, you know, when you're first starting out. So that accountability partner in this is huge. And that comes innately when they share with somebody else. That becomes their person in this, you know, and their rate of satisfaction goes through the roof. I cannot for the life of me remember the corporate stat that Plexus sent out or talked about. They've talked about it multiple times, but silvers are far less likely to walk away from this business than an ambassador or even a senior ambassador or anything like that. If they have hit that first rank of silver, they are far, far less likely to quit. It was a really big stat, but I don't want to make up a stat and have it be the wrong number, but it was a huge stat for retention. And you guys, they just get belief in this company. Our compensation plan is amazing. So just that mere fact of like, oh my gosh, I just shared with 3 people and I got this. What if I did that some more? What if I was able to do that? And you guys, silvers breed more silver. So if I go silver, I'm going to encourage Amy to go silver, and I'm going to encourage whoever else I bring into this business to go silver too, because I'll be like, oh my gosh, look at my check. I just got my very first check and here it is. And look at what this is doing for me. That's going to make the next person that signs up go silver too. You guys, my entire first month, that's all we were doing. We were just going silver, talking about going silver, helping people go silver over and over and over again. That's what we talked about. So who is silver for? Like I said earlier, you guys, it's not just for business builders. There's a whole psychology of silver that goes on. And one of the main reasons is, y'all, these people have come to you for results. They have come to you because in the back of their head, they're thinking, what if this did work? Maybe I could share it. Like that goes through everybody's head, every single person's head when they sign up to be in a network marketing company, whether they're here for the discount or whether they're here for the business. In the back of their head, there's something going on back there that says, what if? What if? What if I could be successful at this? It is your job to feed that belief. It is your job to foster that excitement and to foster that belief in themselves. You be the pillar of belief that that person needs to take that first step. So that path to starting silver, it's going to be about that discount. They're going to want to get their products paid for. And who are we to not mention that to them right away, you guys? Because what if they can't afford these products, and you could literally help them just by helping them share with 3 different people to get their products paid for. They are desperate for that. They want that success. They want the product success. And there are so many people that are curious about the business or just don't even know what it would take or how easy it would be to get their products paid for, or how easy it would be to start just a tiny small business. They don't need to even want to have a business at all. They just need to want to be able to share these products with somebody to help them as well. So the path to just starting them silver is planting those seeds, talking to them about it, sharing what it is. What is silver? How would they even get there? What does that, even look like? What does silver make up? And what is in it for them if they do that? And then providing that support. The biggest thing that you can do, and Amy's going to talk about this a little further here in a second, is providing support to the people that you sign up. The people that you sign up, if you are checking in on them, you are making them feel loved, supported on the products, confident in this company and the support system that we have. If you're making them feel confident about when to take their products, how to take their products, checking in, truly caring about their success, they're going to be far more likely to invite somebody else on this journey because they're going to feel loved and included and confident and what this company has to offer, somebody that they're going to put their reputation on the line for and bringing them in, right? So if you sign somebody up and you never follow back up with them to see how they're doing, of course they're not going to go silver. Of course they're not going to share with anybody else. But if you are providing a really high level of service and support to them, they're going to be far more confident in this. And it's not about strong arming them to go silver. It's more about just that support and planting those small seeds of belief, and then providing them just a little bit of roadmap, hey, just talk to your mom, talk to your best friend, that sort of thing. So I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about Amy's story and how she went silver, okay? Because when she signed up, when we first talked, you guys know her story. She didn't want to do this. She didn't want to be involved in Plexus, even from a product user standpoint. And eventually, I was able to get her signed up as a wholesale ambassador that expressly told me not to add her to the team page, right? So I did that anyway. I told her it was non-negotiable, that I had to add her to the team page, that it wasn't an option. And that was my main form of communication and support for her. And that, she needed to be in the team page. And since she signed up, I was adding her to the team page. That was happening. So over the course of the 2 weeks, I talked to her every once in a while, just kept telling her, girl, I think you would be amazing at this business. I really think that you could do this. And she was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. So just little seeds like that planted, and I would check back in. How are the products going? Oh, they're going great. I'm really starting to like them. Awesome. You should really attend this meeting with me tonight, blah, 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 blah. So kicking and screaming, basically, I just kept planting little seeds of, number one, support for her. She saw the community aspect of Plexus, and she knew, okay, if I add somebody else, Sarah is very attentive to me. She's checking in with me all the time, and I'm putting words in her mouth, but she's used these words before. I was checking in with her. I was providing her support, and then I was providing that belief that I had in her. Like, I was telling her what I saw in her that I thought would make an amazing, amazing business building ambassador. And at the end of the day, I was like, girl, you do not need to be paying for these products. Regardless of what you want to do with this business, you do not need to be paying for these products. It's silly to do so. And I'll let Amy finish out the rest of the story and kind of talk to us a little bit about some strategies and so forth for going silver and helping your team, some activities, that sort of thing. So I'll kick it back over to Amy now. You're muted.
Hey guys, thank you. Yeah, so, one thing that Sarah said, you heard her say, I was really anti doing anything with Plexus. But had it not been for not only her belief, but just her enthusiasm about going silver, I never would have done it. Had she asked me if I wanted to go silver, I would have said no. And then a lot of people would have just stopped, right? You ask them, they don't have any interest in it, and then you stop. So I want to talk a little bit about that, because silvers, guys, they'll get you to your goals. I mean, not only is it better for them, because who are we to decide who can and can't have $175? Because that's what a new silver gets. Minimally, they get $175. It is not up to us to decide who is deserving of that or not, right? So you should be bringing that up to every single ambassador you add to your team. But they will also get you to your goals. I know Sarah has said before that on her journey to Ruby, she really just had some dabblers for the most part. She didn't have some rock star that came out of the woodwork and helped her get to Ruby. Those dabblers, though, were silvers, lots of silvers. And I would assume that most of them never even went past silver, and that's fine, right? That's fine. But those silvers will stay on as your wholesale customers. So, the other thing I hear people say oftentimes is, well, I don't have any business builders, so why I don't have anyone to get to silver. And like Sarah said, it's not just for a business builder, but then I would flip that back on you and say, are you talking about the business? Because oftentimes if you're not enthusiastic about the business, you're not going to get any business builders. So for me, I think the most important thing to getting to silver, you guys, is your enthusiasm and your onboarding. You should just assume that they're going to want to get to silver, right? Because they're going to follow your lead. The way you onboard your new ambassadors, that is their first impression to Plexus. That is their first impression to your team. And so what you do sets up their first impression. And you know the saying that first impressions are hard to break, right? So you should assume everyone wants silver, and it's in the language that you use. So I want you to think the last time you added a new ambassador, are you asking them about getting to silver, or are you telling them? Two different things, right? Just like three-way chats. If you ask somebody, they're going to say no. But if you tell them and just do it, then it's going to happen. All right. Same with silver. Are you talking about silver with this unbridled enthusiasm and excitement and telling them, oh my gosh, you can do it. Let's get your free products. Or are you saying it with hesitation? Are you saying, well, there's this thing called silver. I don't know if you're going to be interested or not, but so think about what language are you using? And are you only talking about silver one time? Because if you are, then you're missing the boat. And that's probably why you haven't duplicated any silvers, right? It needs to be part of your follow-up. I like to mention it to all my new ambassadors. I tell them, hey, if you have 3 friends that you think would want to try this with you, you can get $175. That's more than enough for your next order. And if they say no, I make it a part of my follow-up. And one of the best times to bring it up again is the minute they tell you they like something, all right? So like if you're checking in after 4 days and they say, oh my goodness, I love the pink drink. I didn't need coffee this morning. That's when you bring it up again. And you say something like, oh my goodness, that's great. That's when I decided I had to share with a couple of my friends, right? And you bring it up again. So think about your onboarding process. The great thing is though, guys, we have made it easy for onboarding, okay? So please do not forget our launching strong and the starting strong 4 steps, right? What you do in the first 48 hours, that right there will set you up for more silvers. Now, we have the 7-day and we have the 30-day for business builders. But if you are waiting for someone to identify as a business builder before you help them get to silver, you are missing the boat. You want to bring it up right away. And part of that culture of support and enthusiasm is going to be with your launching strong, okay? So it's introducing them to your upline, using 3-way chats, adding them to the team page, follow up. And also, guys, think about it. When you're doing a launch party, doesn't have to be for them. When you're doing a launch party or when we're doing an event, sorry, my messengers are going like crazy. I see you people messaging me and not paying attention on the call. So, are you, when we do these events, like in the testimony page, or you do a launch party, ask your wholesalers to add a friend, okay? Ask a wholesaler to add someone, tag them, and then you help message them. Just by thinking of one person that they can share Plexus with, almost always leads to silver, okay? So don't be afraid whenever we do an event. We're doing this great, awesome summer slim down that starts next Monday. Go to your wholesalers again who aren't yet silver and ask them to add a friend to the event, okay? And then you help them get to silver. So you want to keep it simple too, because if you overcomplicate your onboarding process, which is why I love the Starting Strong, if you overcomplicate it, then they're not going to want to do silver because it looks hard to them. Remember, they know nothing. They only know what they see you do and what you tell them about Plexus, okay? So you want to keep it simple. But on the other hand, if you do nothing and you're just a rock star recruiter, but you never support them, you don't engage them on the team page, you don't add them in three-way chats, well, then they're going to think we're just kind of a fly-by-night and there's no support, and you're just looking to sign people just to sign people, okay? So really look at what your process is and use that Starting Strong. Because here's the thing, we are all going to get objections to silver, right? You're going to have people tell you, I want to try the products first. You're going to have people tell you, I don't want to work the business. You're going to have people say, I don't want anyone to know I'm taking Plexus. That's all great. None of that matters, right? Because you're still going to assume they want to get to silver. You're still going to assume that they're going to share. You don't have to push it right then, but you certainly want to bring it up again, right? Your goal is to support them on getting their product success story. Like I said, the minute they start having some success, then bring silver up again. You know, I know that 2017 for a lot of us, it was a different year. It was a tough year. And I think we got away from talking about silver. We are even afraid to call it silver. So I am reclaiming it. I think we need to call it silver, make it a big deal, because it is. It's the first rank in the company. They hit the top 7% of the company. It's easy to do. It helps 3 of their friends. They get money in their pocket. So I want to have kind of a call to action tonight, and then I'll kick it back over to Sarah to close it out. But I want you guys to do a couple of things, all right? One, I want you to have a game plan. I want you to either get a notebook. I know many of us use Sarah's got hers. She's probably going to show it here. She's got her teacher's, what's it called? Yeah, that's the teacher's grade book. So I want you guys to make a list of your current customers even and your current ambassadors, and I want you to commit to getting 1 new silver a month. But use that chart, use that notebook on follow-up. When are you bringing up silver? And what's the language you're using, all right? So use that as the goal. I also want you guys to look at your culture of your new ambassadors. What is the culture you're projecting? Because let me tell you about when Sarah added me to her team page. Remember, I told her not to. When she added me to her team page, I was the only person, or she was the only person I was Facebook friends with on that team page. So every time she commented on something, every time she posted it, I saw it. I got a notification. Seeing her know her stuff, being engaged and answering people's questions, helping other people have success, seeing her give somebody else a shout out for earning silver, that got me interested. That got me more engaged, okay? So if you're adding your people to your Jewel Uplines team page, and then you're MIA and that's all you do is maybe welcome people, that is the culture you are setting for your new ambassadors. So part of your call to action is, I want you to look at what your engagement is on your Jewel Uplines team page, whether that's me, whether that's Sarah, whether that's another Jewel. We know the Jewel team page are the big active ones. I want you to see what your engagement is, and I want you to schedule it. If you're not active on these team pages, I want you to take 30 minutes once a week, 30 minutes a day, whatever your Plexus time looks like. And I want you to engage. I want you to answer people's questions. I want you to welcome them. And I want you to give people shout outs, because that shows your new ambassador that this is legitimate, this is professional, and that you know your stuff. And that alone can get people interested in silver. So Sarah, I'm going to kick it back over to you in case I missed anything.
Absolutely, you guys. And it's all about that enthusiasm. She's right. When you announce somebody else's silver and you've just added other ambassadors, they're thinking, oh my gosh, I could do this too. Like, this is so exciting. And that culture of, I have people time and time again telling me that our culture, not just on my team page or anything like that, but our culture within Plexus in general is so uplifting. And so for them to see you buying into that, you being a part of that, you being excited and engaged and having fun and providing support to other people and helping lift other people up and provide all that, that is attractive. That's something that somebody wants to be a part of, and it's not typically what they get in their normal day job. And the normal day job is full of just, they don't want to be there, it's negative, they don't have great culture, that sort of thing. And so that's just like the tip of the iceberg. But I want us to really take back silver. I want us to be bold in this. And I want us to drop the stigma that it has to only be business builders doing this, because it couldn't be further from the truth. We built our business getting wholesalers to silver and turning wholesalers, by doing so, into sapphire ambassadors, into diamond ambassadors, into emerald ambassadors, ruby ambassadors. I mean, if I went through and counted through all the leaders on my team that told me that they did not want to sell when they signed up, it would be almost all of them. I can probably think of 2 people that signed up for the business on my level 1. Most people will not admit to you that they are signing up for the business. They are fearful of it. And so you have to be their pillar of belief. And you can't let fear hold you back from telling them or from helping them to silver or to talking to them about it, you guys. That fear is so selfish. We talk about that all the time. It's selfish. And who are you to determine whether or not they should get their products paid for or they should start talking about it? Drop that fear for them. Break down that barrier to help them break through and realize it's not that scary to tell my mom she should try the Triplex. It's not that scary to tell my best friend that she should maybe get on these meal replacement shakes or the Joyome or anything like that. You guys, we have some incredible products that we're going to be walking through these next couple of weeks. With the Joyome, it's so easy to go silver. With the hunger control and the meal replacements, this is a new Plexus. This is not the Plexus of even 3 months ago. This is a brand new company, brand new product lines with brand new opportunity to talk to everybody about. And you guys, the marketplace doesn't have products like we have. We have products that people need, and we have unique products that can easily help us. So I want you guys to really focus on creating silver. So when you sign somebody, make it your goal to create a silver with that person so that they are not paying for their products. Make it your goal to help them get a couple customers. My goal is always, it's silver, and this call is about silver, but I'm going to be pretty blunt in saying that I think 500 PV sometimes is even better than silver, okay? Because they get that check. My goal is to get my people a check. My goal is to help them. And as they share with the intent of going silver, they're going to get customers along the way. That's just going to happen, right? So we always say, like, help them get silver, help them get silver, help them get silver. But really, it's just help them get sponsoring, help them get customers under their belt, help them get ambassadors under their belt. That's going to bring them success. That's going to keep them here. That's going to keep them happy. That's going to build their belief. And that's going to make them take the next steps beyond that. So thank you, guys. Hopefully this was helpful tonight. I'll check the comments this week. All right. Good night.
Bye, guys.